Hi guys, hope you're well. Welcome to DOdaily. It's Daz here. Just checking in for some Tuesday training to encourage you guys to get involved if you possibly can. As you can see behind me, I'm stood by the world famous Trent Bridge. Beautiful day down here by the Trent. Just getting in a short walk before my solidarity session. Of course, when this goes out, it'll be finished, done, ticked off for the day. But if you have taken part, absolutely fantastic. All I like to do on a Tuesday is just pass the message on what it's all about, to encourage activity, to encourage teamwork, and during these past 18 months that's not always been straightforward, has it? So we found a way of creating a virtual session. Of course now we can do it in person. I'll have just got back from meeting the guys in Nottingham City Centre, getting in a run where we all take part together. But the virtual offering is a chance to choose whatever activity you want to do, at whatever pace. Anybody with any inhibitions about attending groups, classes, clubs, it could just be the perfect way in, the perfect way to sort of do what you need to do in your own space, before getting involved in things in the future maybe, or in some of these groups going forward. And the reason we do it on a Tuesday is to kickstart the week. I'm always encouraging on a Monday you guys to get out there and do some kind of activity, whether it's walking like me yesterday, getting a run in. I always say never miss a Monday, because it's a great way to kickstart the week, isn't it? If you didn't quite manage that, or even if you did, this is kind of the next step. It's doing something, it's adding that little bit of accountability. Not much pressure again, but just a little bit of accountability. It's great if you can post in your pictures, use the social media links at the end of this video. They'll all be posted up, and let us know what you've been doing. All I'm looking to do from this point in is keep motivating, keep inspiring, keep working off that Monday motivation. And that's really important for me today. I wasn't quite sure what I was going to say on DOdaily, and I was just reflecting over the past 24 hours. And yesterday, of course, I spoke about how we can dig deep at times and use everything that we learned during COVID, before COVID. I just feel at the moment we're starting to forget how to cope again. Whilst it was exciting a few weeks ago, everything coming back, all of a sudden I can see sort of defence mechanisms shooting up in front of people. They're a little bit reluctant to get involved. And like I say, it doesn't need to be that way. There was so much taken from the pandemic. It wasn't all bad. A lot of it was, of course, but if you stayed away from the news, you'd have been able to do your best to be as positive as you possibly can. And that's all we're trying to be now. Find something where we can be really positive, work together to keep staying on top of the situation. I don't want to feel like I've wasted the last 18 months, and I'm sure none of you guys do too. So yesterday I was talking about all the things I felt that worked for me. I called it on one of my own social media posts a typical lockdown Monday. I finished work, I got out for a walk, a good walk, I filmed DOdaily, and I was feeling really great. And that, having done that, it's built up the momentum. Something else I was speaking about yesterday, I put a little quote on the end there about momentum, and it's definitely done that. It's definitely done the trick. Whilst I don't feel absolutely fantastic about the activity, I'm still injured, I'm still not feeling physically great, I got out there and did it. What I also did, I got out there this morning at 7 a.m, did a 2-mile run just around this loop in front of me. It's about a mile around. Did 2 laps, and again it was hard, it was tough, didn't feel fantastic doing it, but it's put me in real good stead for the rest of the day. Whilst things aren't perfect, I'm not claiming they are, it's really picked me up. Remembering what worked, during lockdown, just doing something I felt comfortable with, because again, I'm always talking about getting out of comfort zones when it's not working, but when it does work, it's important to almost hit that reset button. You know, I'm not doing that. I don't think I'm doing that completely, but with a Monday, it was about hitting Monday's reset button, going back to what I know worked, and it's just built up all that positivity. It's gave me routine again. Do you know something? When we're not feeling fantastic, we let the routines and the habits go out the window. We quickly forget about them and dwell and procrastinate, you know. But just in one day, just in one afternoon of doing what I know works, you know, it's really picked me up again. I'm more confident about what I'm saying, what I'm doing. You know, we had a Zoom chat with a group I coach on a Thursday and Sunday morning, you know, and I was really I felt like I felt confident in passing the message across, passing on my ideas, expressing how I think we can take things forward, you know, and all that is just by doing the things that worked. Of course, on a Tuesday, the solidarity session is something I felt that's worked in many other ways. I spoke about when we started, I've spoke about this a lot of times on DOdaily. I was just using it as a 5k time trial around the river, exactly where I am now. Do you know, it helped me week on week monitor where I'm at. Whilst I'm not somebody who needs to get a PB every time or runs fast every time, you know, or thinks too much about that. You know, it just gave me an idea of progress. I used Not Park Run, something that's still available actually, even though park runs have returned. I used that to sort of monitor my progress. It's just a free recording website, if anything, but it was just easy to view what I was doing, you know. But it also gave me the chance to maintain that spirit around do running, that team ethic that I'm trying to build, the community, you know. Not everybody's done that. I'm not criticising others, but we have, you know. And some scoff at these new ideas, some have forgot about them already, which is absolutely fine. You know, I'll keep sort of passing on the message, keep spreading the word, but I know how much they really work for me, and that's what's important, isn't it? To get out there and do it. If it worked for you, if it could work for you, give it a try. Don't be frightened. Like I say, it's about getting out of the comfort zone when it's not working. All I'm looking to do here is create some kind of time slot, not too dissimilar to park run, where you can get involved in activity just like you would if you was going to the gym, you was going to a class. Adding that little bit of accountability, stick on a yellow t-shirt, you know, go out knowing other people are doing the same thing, you know. And if you've done it now, I don't need to tell you, you'll be feeling absolutely fantastic. If you haven't, you know, there's always next week, there's always plenty of opportunity to get involved. But like I say, remember what worked during that time. It's not completely over, and even when it is, you know, not everything was bad, was it? Not everything was the worst it could be. You know, I really enjoyed that little bit of extra time to do some of the things that I possibly forget about when life's too busy, and I've definitely forgot about in the last couple of weeks. This is why I'm making a real effort to get back to that plan. Yes, it was the plan I created, you know, but I created it with a lot of thought, a lot of research, and trying to sort of work off what people wanted and needed, you know. And now where people are feeling a little bit uncomfortable with life again, a little bit uncomfortable with the situation, you know, not quite sure what to do for the best, I think it's time to use it, you know, and make the absolute most. Because at the end of the day, if you do use it, it's just a bit of fun, you know. It's just something to, like I say, add that little extra accountability. Nobody's going to say anything if you don't, but if you do, people will notice, people will be encouraged, people will encourage you, you know. It's a time to keep motivating and inspiring, keep encouraging activity, keep encouraging involvement, and if we can do that, you know, we're still pulling in the same direction. Let's not sort of revert back to the way it was, you know, worried and stressed about absolutely everything that's going to happen next. It doesn't need to be that way. It is a little bit overwhelming right now, you know. I can totally understand that. I'm feeling it as much as anyone, but We've got to be really positive about the things we're doing in the moment, you know, and the future just sorts itself out, doesn't it? Again, that's what this plan's about, just sort of living for each day, living off each daily motivation, taking it forward and being absolutely on top of where we're at. And that's the message I wanted to pass on today, guys. Like I say, it'd be fantastic if you've been involved. If not, you know, we've got Wednesday workout tomorrow, checking on that, looking to do something slightly different. Hopefully it's going to pay off. And of course, I'll be attending the Wednesday workout running group I have just based here on Trent Bridge. You know, that's lots of inspiration for guys locally. It's my inspiration every week. It's a great way of breaking the week up. But I'll be back to say much more about that and what's happening and how I'm feeling tomorrow. Until then, just doing it.